Welcome back, everyone. My name is Chris, and with me here today is From the Depths, Part 3 of the campaign. But before we begin, I want to give a shout out to a few individuals, YouTubers, and creators in the space who have helped me and countless others, I imagine, through the use of tutorials and other educational materials. It may seem weird. This game has a ton of tutorials, but the depth goes so much farther than the tutorials can actually work that you really do have to spend a lot of time researching for half the things you want to do. These creators are Borderwise, Gmudism, That Hitman, or That Green Cat, depending on the profile picture, and a slew of others. Honestly, the amount of playlists I've been through from countless other creators that are either one-offs or part of little mini-series, micro-series, it's all over the place. I do want to give a shout out to the mod that I have been using very heavily in this. There's actually two mods. One of them is an audio mod, but then there's the distance overhaul mod. And really to anyone who mods this game, even if I'm not using it, because with the mod creators, the content creators, and then those who volunteer their time to make the craft that are used in the campaign and kind of donating that to the company that's running it, this game really feels more like a community-led project than it is just a simple vision by a man or a group of people, a single individual or just a small handful. It feels like a large group effort. And for all of you, I am very grateful, and I'm grateful for you watching it. So, without further ado, back to the campaign. All right. Recaffeinated and ready to face the world and face the unholy mess I have found myself in. This was a mistake, but it's a mistake of my own making, so I should be able to unmake it. At least I'm hoping. First thing I'm going to do is delete all of the craft that ended up being destroyed. That was my mistake. I probably should have been smarter about a lot of this. Then we're going to focus all of our resources here. I am going to set up a new resource network here, hopefully. And you are a... No. There. Okay, well. It'll start. Strange as it is. I want you to stay the user. However, you don't need that many materials, so it'll keep that nice and happy. I need to make sure that my materials are being used efficiently. You. Delete because I only need one right now. Yes. 44. That's fantastic. After the previous failings, I have gone ahead and updated the air monitor to a better version, which you will see soon. So hopefully this... to wait for it to get back over here. This should help address some of the shortcomings of the original. But yeah. Do that, we hit this button. Air monitor 26. Yes, I went through some versions. It's fine. It's fine. So yes, let's introduce you to the new air monitor. Version 2 of the air monitor. Now, new and improved. So, first thing, it's much cheaper. Or, I'd say much cheaper. It's cheaper, which lends me more resources after converting it, which is great. It's about the same speed as it was before. I think it's actually a little faster, so it can help dodge missiles a smidge more. The turrets that are on top now fire at a much faster rate, and are a mix of this shaped charge, which isn't a shaped charge, I don't know why it says that, and a heavy head. So the shaped charge is... oh, I guess it is. It's heat. It is a heat round, and with a visible tracer, and then a matching heavy head, solid warhead, visible tracer. Different colors on both. One's orange, and then one's that's Lovely lilac. Lovely. It has these offset munition defense systems. I removed the laser defense system entirely because it wasn't really enough and it was quite expensive. So there's that. It also now drops a single sonar buoy into the water so it can see what's going on down there, which helps out with other craft and telling it where to go. The sensor turret has been placed to the keel. I don't know if that's referred to as a keel on an airship. I haven't seen too many airships, so I can't say, but it should be better about self-righting out of water and a whole bunch of other things. The 2 turrets also have shielding now. As you can see, lovely colors. They fire at, it's just a little 70mm shell, firing at 350 rounds a minute, despite the limit being 355. I just decided that 350 was probably a better option there. But it works quite well, and I hope it's enough of an antagonistic force that draws attention, but still manages to defend itself, that it's viable, especially right now. Especially right now. But, despite all that, Air Monitor 2. Back to the campaign. Alrighty. The Air Monitor 2 is done. I have removed the 2 X4s. I'm going to have to work on their design a little bit more. I thought they'd be a little bit more viable, but the problem is if I just have a bunch of antagonistic forces that can't actually do much damage but just draw attention, I'm not going to be doing much as far as damaging the enemy. We also have the porcine and the float plane. I'm going to get those closer. And I'm actually going to get rid of the...
Listening.
Float plane? Yes. So going to get rid of that. Alrighty. With the air monitor done and everything else taken care of, I can now build a new craft that will help hopefully deal with some of this fun stuff. It's a spacecraft. It's called the shortbow. So welcome, everyone,
Listening.
to the shortbow.
Moving out.
The shortbow is a cheeky little devil that I came up with as a solution for the campaign not really going my way. It's not quite like taking my ball and going home, but it's pretty close. It sits up at 1,200 meters in space, 1.2 kilometers, and has this lovely little single missile in it. That's it. That's all it does. Inside is a shaped charge head, explosive warheads, and a laser beam rider. It has no tracking, or at least APN guidance to help it get to target. It just lobs it down, tries to guide it, and then says, "Have fun, kids." Works very well on slower craft. It's very small, very cheap, at 21,000 materials. Top speed of 108 meters a second, so it can get around decently quick. And it just has this lovely little pattern on the back. You may notice something about this craft. It's quite strange for From the Depths buildings, and that's the reason, or the reason for that, is that it is twin. Most craft use a single block as the center, and then build apart from that when it comes to mirroring. This is even width. The width of 16, which is kind of strange, and the game's not really built around... I feel like a lot of stuff isn't really built around facilitating this. The only thing that really is double wide, I think, is the large missile launcher. Everything else is just either... or an odd number, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, that kind of thing. So, it comes in 2 flavors. It comes in the shaped charge head, as so, and then it comes in the thumper head, as so. These are just meant to hover slightly above the target, or well, above the target, and just rain down. One of the reasons for it being so light is that, or light and small, is that it doesn't really kick up on the AI systems for many of the enemies. There are some enemies who will prioritize altitude, but for the most part, they usually go for firepower, block count, weight, speed, and during combat, these things just kind of idle above, trying to maintain speed with the craft that they're fighting. So, yeah, they actually do. They stay out of the way and just poke some people. That's the whole goal of it. One-on-one, this craft is pretty bad. It has no defenses of which to speak. It doesn't even have any kind of munition avoidance system or anything like that because it has to maintain laser targeting. Its sole job is to just throw rocks down the well and knock people on the head. So, welcome to the shortbow. Back to the campaign. Alright. With the shortbows done, it should make this a more viable fleet to engage. They also have resources now, which is great. And I will compact these into a single force.
Listening.
Let's see if I can get this
Moving out.
set, because I don't want them to tickle each other
Moving out.
while fighting. Fantastic. Probably could have put a radar array system or detection system on there for the map, but I think they do quite well on their own, from the looks of it. So let's see if we can do something about our current situation. Probably not. I just don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to fight that with my current resources. So let's speed up time and see if we can get some more forces under our belt before we move out, or at least before something tries to come get us. One moment. Okay. So let me move these craft now that they're actually properly
Listening.
armed
Moving out.
and outfitted
Listening.
and everything else. And we're going to start moving over here. I am going to try to see if I can draw some of the forces maybe perhaps away from my area.
Moving out.
I would like that very much. I'm going to have to trick them away from my borders so that they don't intercede. Especially depends on how everything's going to work out. I still have 4 hours about until the next committee meeting where the council shall decide whether or not I'm worthy of just being absolutely obliterated. Hopefully not. But we'll see. Let me see. I can look at their disposition. Right now, the Twin Guard doesn't really care about me, I think, because I haven't done anything to really antagonize them. The Onyx Watch, very unhappy. Deepwater Guard, slightly unhappy. We'll see how this works out. Chances are I'll be at war with them next time, but maybe I'll get away with not having the Twin Guard on my rear. If I survive. The goal is survival. Do I feel that was always the case? Who knows? Let's see, I have no idea where the serendipity went.
Listening.
Oh, there it is. Wait, speed 3 meters. That's weird. Oh no. No. We're not dealing with us. Baraba, you're gonna get obliterated. I'm not gonna let that happen. Not against you. That's right. Come here.
Listening.
Not a chance. So let's see how these things work. In action. Oh. I don't know why the Paraiba's stuck in the water. But it is. That's fine, I suppose. I don't know if the missiles will make it. I guess they will. Pop. That one I think missed. Maybe not. Ooh. So yeah, here's the air monitor in action. You can see the lovely multicolored light show that happens as it's firing. And the Paraiba being squeezed. I don't know if they're... Oh, that's not good. And likely to miss. Sweet. Oh, yeah. That did it. Internal rupture. Complete obliteration. And... Fantastic. That's the first combat I've succeeded against in quite a while. Let's see what it feels like.
Receiving.
That also gets me some resources. Come here.
Moving now. Moving now.
And then back down here.
Moving now.
Good. Oh, this is going to be rough. This whole sequence is going to be very, very testy. So 30 materials. You
Receiving.
should have dropped off. Oh, did you get it? Oh, you got it. Sweet.
Receiving. Moving now. Moving now.
And then back to your regular route.
Now.
Hand that off. Hoplite. What happened with that?
Moving out.
Serendipity. Going to capture 1-3. 1-3. Oh no. You're 1-3. Grouping. That's not great. I'm going to need forces quick, or I'm going to have to withdraw from here very quickly. Are you getting maximum amount of materials? You're not.
Receiving.
You know what? Pick up there. Good. And your pickup here. Go ahead and
Moving now.
go down here and then back up.
Moving now.
There. Sweet. Serenity. 3 meters a second. I must have damaged it in a rather peculiar way for it to be at 3 meters a second. I must have. And you're headed back with 43 and 11. Oh, I hope this works. Now let's... Moving to intercept... Oh, Falkenheim.
Listening.
Falkenheim, you're fantastic. I might be able to take it out with the air monitor alone. But we'll see. Let's speed up time a bit and see if we can figure out how this is going to play out. Go down. Oh, yeah.
Listening.
Falkenheim. Go. Missile barrage. Kind of, maybe, slightly, not really. Nope. Slightly outside of its range. I should move those in a bit more, I think. Oh, you're being pelted. Ooh! You missed. This is definitely at least a nimble enough craft to where the short bows have an issue maintaining target. That's fine. Uh-oh. Something got squeezed. Oh, something did get squeezed. Anything in here important? Wow. Okay, don't know how that happened. But he's about to turn into a land craft. Yep. And that's it, dead. Here's some small planes, I think. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Yeah, tell the...
Listening.
Go ahead and don't. Just don't. In fact, withdraw. I'm not even going to tell him to stop firing. I'm just going to get him out of the battle, because that's not going to happen.
Engaging now.
I may have to pull this one in closer to fight them. Either that, or they're just going to run out of material and smack into the ground. I don't think they're going to run out of material. Not anytime soon. Just one good shot would get them. What does the detection look like? Not too bad, but tracing too far out. So I am going to combat distance. Set that for 1. I might be able to set that in a bread system. Maybe. I don't know, it depends on what that is to shorten the combat distance to something that's a little bit more viable. Looking at the actual scale of a craft and then determining what the range should be based on scale. Oh boy. This is a fun combat, so let me quote some other people and say, you know, 1 moment, please. Okay, that's that one down. It has carved almost every single bit of armor off this dang thing, and yet it still flies. It's just going to be the raw components at some point. I'm either very lucky or very unlucky, and I can't quite tell which. Alrighty, that took a while. Jeez. Terrible. Alrighty. So, back with the campaign as it is. Apparently they're grouping here. That might give me an idea of why are you not moving? 3 meters a second. Moving to location to defend. I think it recalculated its damage to be at 3 meters a second. Or not damage. The damage causes it to change speed. Yeah, that's unexpected. And in my favor. If it keeps at this rate, it'll eventually run out of resources before it even reaches me, which would be ideal. Okay, 43. You're going to bring down here, 43. Oh boy. Leave me 60, I guess. And let me see. I'm going to have to go through real quick and see if there's anything that I have that's 60. Yeah, the destroyer. William J. Lepetamain, 54. That might be an actual valid utilization of resources. Swapping out the Sea Skimmer, because the Serenity isn't going to be able to retake anything. So if I can just lure it away far enough, then I can retake this node. Ooh. All right. Move time. We'll see what happens next. The hoplite is moving. Grouping. I wish I could see at this point, but I'm fairly certain if they're moving as a group, then they won't be able to engage. I don't know. They might fractionate apart, which would be beneficial to me because it means I can start picking them off. If they're going for a group. I can only imagine if they're going up there, then they've got something planned. Joy. So, back down here. 63. Let's go ahead and build another of the Lepetamains. And get that started. And it's going to replace the Sea Skimmer, and the Sea Skimmer can move over to this part to start salvaging resources from here. Probably not a good idea that I'm recording my war plans and posting it online. They might see them. I've made a terrible mistake. Okay. So you can see the fishing hole over here. I think if I attack the fishing hole and take it out, it spawns Sol's fleet, so I'm obviously not going to want to do that right now, but it would be a good utilization of resources. I've got to start capturing a lot more of the stuff down here. Especially with the lightning hoods. And on X Watch, lightning hoods and the Deepwater Guard at war. Joy. More time skip. Well, first.
Listening.
Move these.
Moving out.
Here. Then time skip. Oh, and I have something, a Steamworks. Joy.
Listening. Moving out.
I can have the short bows continue taking this, because, yeah, the short bows can easily take out a Steamworks, but so can the air monitor. And the air monitor is probably better equipped to do so. I like that the resource plates cast a shadow. That's onto the map. It's kind of fun. All right.
Listening.
That I'm going to have to see if I can fight the Steamworks without fighting the fishing hole. Or maybe I should fight the fishing hole.
Moving out.
You know what? Let's do this. Okay. I'll get away with it. Sweet. If it's over land, I guess it's not Davy Jones' Locker. It's Davy Jones' Seaside Resort? Yeah. Go with that.
Listening. Moving out.
Just keep that defended. Keep an eye up here. As soon as something peeks its head out, I'm going to leave. The Serenity is still slowly moving towards me. The William J. Lepidamine is now capable of healing itself, so I am going to take the Sea Skimmer and move it over to at least start stealing. I admit I have quit before I've ever actually met the lost conditions of the campaign, so I don't know, but I'm fairly certain it's when you're out of land, I think, or it could be when you're out of ships. I don't want to find out. Skip forward ahead, and we'll see what happens next. Oh boy. Here they come. Valor Swarm, Proctor, Stalwart. What's the Stalwart? 78k, 40k, 122k. Yeah, I don't think I quite have the tonnage to maintain this. So I'm going to wait until they get closer and then fully retreat. Serenity is stuck in the middle, closing to defend somewhere.
Listening. Moving out. Listening.
Air monitor, I'm going to move you up.
Moving out.
Take that. Short bows can avoid anything so long as I
Moving out.
have line of sight. One thing I'm going to be weak on right now is if they have any flying squirrels, which I hopefully send over to the lightning hoods to be absolutely obliterated. Basilica, horror. Oh, there's that hoplite. Adorable. Okay, I'm going to retreat forces. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it down here. I'm going to retreat forces before they have a chance to really see me, so they won't chase me down. That would be a problem. Oh, he's taking one of my land. You annoyance, you.
Listening.
So you're taking that. You're getting resources here. I don't know what the refill rate on that is going to be, but I don't need to be losing anything right now is why. 40, 30.
Receiving.
Let's separate this out.
Moving now.
Move you here.
Receiving.
I'm going to change you over to...
Receiving.
Yeah, we'll do you as a creator 1.
Receiving. Listening. Moving out.
Have you capture here.
Receiving. Receiving.
Change you to 0.
Receiving.
And
Now. Moving now. Moving now.
see if this works. Oh.
Listening. Moving out.
Oh, you almost got me. That Shrike would have been miserable. So we're not going to do that.
Moving out.
You do 95, 108, so I'm slightly faster. But the Sea Skimmers can absolutely tear Shrike. So I am not concerned with that. I just don't want them to face off against the shortbow because I won't be able to do anything. The capture there is going to continue. Moving in to capture that location. Oh boy. Where are you going? Another Falkenheim. Gosh, isn't it so much fun? What are you?
Receiving. Listening.
Wrong.
Moving out. Receiving.
You go here.
Moving now. Listening.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Come on. Okay.
Listening.
Horsing.
Moving out. Moving
Please,
out.
for the love of all that is good and holy. Go there. Spy. It's your job.
Receiving.
Okay. So I can take 2 of these and fight a Shrike.
Receiving. Receiving.
Move that. Begin battle before it has time to reposition. And let's see if it can do it. Close. Oop. Yeah, I did. Sweet. Fantastic. Pull those back out of play. That takes care of that. The porcine here is complete. And, oh. Hey. Lightning Hood's territory. Fantastic.
Listening. Moving out.
You take this. You're very slowly going over there.
Listening.
I'm going to let them, let's see. You capture here. You continue that process. You continue. Yeah, there.
Receiving.
Now 50K. Ooh. I can make another air monitor. Or a Stratus. But I should do an air monitor. That might be a problem. But I wanna. Yeah, I haven't actually tested that thing reliably, so I won't do it yet. Yeah, we'll go with the...
Listening.
Just because I want something doesn't mean I get to have it. It's so sad. And I made a mistake. No, oh, it's you.
Listening.
Well, that's fine.
Moving out.
Fishing hole. Oh! I can do that. Especially as I'm building a second one, and you're about to move in.
Listening.
Fantastic. And you get to start at range. What the heck was that? Did you just blow yourself up? I think it did. Yeah, something happened. I don't even know if that was me.
Listening.
I think it shaved some metal off and that was it. Who knows? Okay, they are moving. I don't think they see the porcine there. It's fine.
Listening.
Falkenheim and the fishing hole.
Receiving.
Sea skimmer.
Listening.
Can I?
Moving out. Moving out.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do that in time.
Receiving.
And you, I want minimal unless something comes up. Oh no, 2-2. This section right here. Yeah, I'm about to have my stuff bisected, and I don't like that. I don't want my stuff bisected. Bifurcation is not happy. Now it's going to trigger. I'll say no. And bam.
Listening.
Same as last time. Okay, so they're taking there. They're going to start swarming in. But it's also a good opportunity for me to take all of these out. It's tough. Cluster to intercept.
Listening. Listening.
Yeah, you know what? Porcine, move there.
Listening.
Air monitor.
Listening. Moving out.
I might be able to take these on. Because I have another one.
Listening.
It's not got much on it, but that's fine.
Moving out.
Yeah, let's take these, move them over here, see if I can take out this group, because if I can take out that group, that's resources. Ugh. However, I also do want to do a refit to these.
Moving out.
air monitors before it goes too far south, so... At the high point, with a little bit of expansion before the next episode where I probably get all of my stuff pushed in, and completely totally wrecked. Air wrecked. Air wrecka.
Moving out.
We will set our forces into play. 3 hours until the next council meeting. And we'll have to see how this works. Move you together. And once all of my forces are in adequate range, oh boy, it's go time. But until then, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.